Mikel Arteta is sunk into another big Arsenal misery after losing to Spurs and then losing to Newcastle, two of their most biggest games of the season. He has then faced another big trouble at Arsenal in there for you. It's all about injuries left, right, and center. Four more. Remember, we had known that Thomas Partey and a man who goes by the names of Kian Tierney were the ones bedridden, and Arsenal fans were so much jubilated that maybe Gabriel Magalhaes is back, Ben White is back, Tomiyasu is back, and guess what? More four are out with injuries. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. If you tell me that a bad beginning makes a good ending to Arsenal, it's not the case, because Arsenal really had a very bad commence of this season, losing to Brentford 2-0, losing to Chelsea 2-0, and losing to a side which goes by the names of Man City 5-0. And after losing to Man City, that's when Arsenal got back to a good run in there for you, when all its players were back in there for you. And guess what? The same thing has come back to haunt them at the end of the season. Remember, they went three games unbeaten after losing three games. That is, they beat Chelsea, they beat a side which goes by Manchester United, and they beat West Ham too. And that is Arsenal in there for you. And we thought that Arsenal needed to go in and beat Spurs. And guess what? Arsenal that beat Manchester United and Chelsea couldn't go ahead and beat a side which goes by names of Spurs. And that was the first misery that I saw into this game of football. And again, Arsenal goes ahead to lose to a side which goes by names of Newcastle. And if at all they had won against Newcastle, they would have been a point ahead of a side which goes by names of Tottenham Hotspur, and now Arsenal is behind Tottenham Hotspur in there for you. And in that game of Newcastle, Arsenal really saw Gabriel Magalhaes substituted because he was injured, and they have gone ahead to really hit it on the bad side of the head, because this is what has been reported by Sky Sports today. Check your screen. They say Tomiyasu, Takehiro, Ben White, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Emily Smith-Rowe are all absent from Arsenal training at London Colney. What a big blow to a side which goes by names of Arsenal. If you're an Arsenal fan all over the world, this is not news that can excite you, because amidst starts showing that Arsenal is out of the Champions League and they're going to play UEFA Europa League, you never know what might happen in the game of football. If at all you've been watching football for a very long time, you cannot come out and dismiss that Spurs can go ahead and fail to beat Norwich. You know that very well. Norwich can come out and really shock Spurs in there. And if at all Arsenal goes ahead to get points in there against Everton, then they will be in the Champions League and regain their fourth spot back. That is something that is possible. If at all you are an Arsenal fan or a football fan and you don't think that that's possible, then you don't know the game of football. Anything can happen in football. I've seen very many games of football change in there for you. And this is why I say that Arsenal starters, all Mikel Arteta, is so much sunk in agony, because if even that minimal chance that was left for Arsenal to go in and do the needful in there for you, maybe go ahead and win your game against Everton and wait and see what Norwich can do for you in the game of Spurs, it can't be finished, because four players have not reported on training today and gave me the reason as to why these players have not attended. It's simple. These players are injured. Tomiyasu had recently just returned from injury. He has not reported because he's injured in there. And if at all Tomiyasu, by the way, has sustained another injury, this really goes back to the medical team of Arsenal. Why do players of Arsenal come back from injury and then they go back? The same thing happened to Emily Smith-Rowe when he returned back after spending like 2, 3, 4 games not playing for Arsenal. And his return, he only played 2, 3 games. Then he went back injured. Ben White too has just returned from injury because I think had a hamstring injury. They hurried him back and he played that game of Newcastle, but guess what? He has gained another injury. Gabriel Magalhaes, cleared feet, played only 65 minutes in the game of Newcastle, has also not reported on training either for you. This means that Arsenal now has 6 players out. Kieran Tierney, who is not going to return until the end of the season. Thomas Partey, who is working on his fitness to return. And when you add on these other 4 in there, it really causes more agony to the manager of Arsenal in there for you. It goes back and it's them, because I saw him come out and say that they didn't sign players in the January transfer window because of the resources that were not available in there for you. I really found this on FTV, and I feel like I should come in here and bring it to you and read it, because it so much resonates with what is happening at Arsenal right about now. Thank God I have it, and I really believe that I will really come on and bring it on your screen in there for you as you see it there. He came out and said that the reason as to why Mikel Arteta and Arsenal never signed players is we need to win and we need a defeat from them in there for you. No, it's not this, it's not this, it's not this, it's somewhere that it's somewhere really that I need to really go ahead and read, because I really need to be pure exact in there for you. Because Mikel Arteta, yep, I think it's this. When Mikel Arteta came out and said and gave his reason as to why they never brought in signings in January in there for you. So Mikel Arteta went ahead and said this. Hope it comes on screen as I really want it to come. I really want to bring it on the screen, but it's not doing what I want. Hope it does. All right. Mikel Arteta, on not buying players in January, said we have done what we can, and with what we were allowed to do, what we could do, and the resources and we had from the start of the season. So that's what Mikel Arteta really came out and said. But all this will come out and really haunt Mikel Arteta. He might have told the board that, please, no, let's not get in players in January, but it is back to him in there. It's all flowing back to him because he's the manager in charge, just been given a new contract by that Arsenal board in there for you, and he feels like he is haunted in there for you because it is not done until the end of the season is done. You have to come in here and give us a benefit of doubt to really not sacrifice you on the cross or crucify you on the cross for Arsenal having such problems. Because I really feel like Arsenal brought in some 2 or 3 players, and I had someone coming out and say that Bruno Guimaraes, who was up for grabs, and Arsenal would have gotten him in January, and Arsenal did go in for him, and is the man that really beat Arsenal single-handedly into that game of a side which goes by the names of Newcastle. And Bruno Guimaraes into that midfield of Arsenal would have done really, really wonders in the field. And I know what Arsenal is going to do. I'm really asking myself, what is Mikel Arteta going to do in that game that ends up the season? Because come what may, Arsenal need to go on and win this one. They have to go on and win this one to send a statement to their fans that, all right, we bottled the other games, but this one, we are so much okay and ready to go on and win it in there. And Mikel Arteta needs to go on, but I'm asking myself, how is Mikel Arteta going to go on and do this when he's not having these kind of players that he's supposed to be having? No Gabriel Magalhaes, no Ben White, no Emily Smith-Rowe, no Tomiyasu. You get? All those are good players in there for you. The only player that you cannot feel for is Emily Smith-Rowe, because you know that Gabriel Martinelli can come up and do that job very well. But what of the central defense? Because his best central partnership is out. I don't know whether Rob Holding will return in there for you, but Benny White and Gabriel Magalhaes have not reported, and we have to wait until Friday and Saturday in the press conference that the manager is going to held in there at Colney to tell us what is going to happen in there for you. Have these players returned on training? Because Sky Sports has said we've not seen them in training today. So guys, feel free to go into your comment section, tell me what you think about these 4 Arsenal starters missing training today, and whether they'll be able and fully fit to come in and start for a side which goes by the names of Arsenal. I go by the names of RD. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here.